How do root words change forming consistently? Imagine trying to follow a recipe, but the ingredients keep changing their names or how they look. That's what happens with root words in language. They don't always stay the same, and that can be confusing but also fascinating. Root words are the core parts of words that carry the main meaning. When we add prefixes or suffixes, or when the language evolves, these roots can change in unexpected ways. One reason root words change irregularly is because of what linguists call irregular morphological processes. Some root words change their internal vowels instead of just adding endings. For example, in English, the verb sing becomes sang in the past tense, not singed. This vowel change is called ablaut, and it's a leftover from older forms of the language. Similarly, the verb drive turns into drove in the past tense, which also involves a vowel change. In German, some nouns change vowels to show plural forms, like Vater becoming Vater. These internal shifts don't follow simple rules and are called suppletion or ablaut. Another reason is how words adapt when prefixes or suffixes are added. Sometimes, the form of the root changes to make pronunciation easier. Take the prefix in which becomes im before words starting with p or m, like impossible or imagine, or before words starting with r, as in irrational. These spelling adjustments happen to keep speech flowing smoothly. Languages also change over time through sound shifts. Old English roots often had more uniform forms, but as the language evolved into Middle and Modern English, the roots shifted. For example, the word go used to be gan in Old English, and the past tense, went, actually comes from a different root altogether. These shifts create inconsistencies in how roots appear in different forms. Some languages use processes like reduplication, where part of the root is repeated from new words or meanings. This can make root forms look irregular. Also, truncations or diminutives shorten or alter roots, adding to the inconsistency. For example, the root help in older forms was halpen, which looks quite different from the modern helped. Pronunciation and spelling rules also influence root form changes. The way the past tense suffix ed is pronounced depends on the final sound of the root. If the root ends with a voiced sound, it sounds like D. If it ends with an unvoiced sound, it sounds like T. For example, walk becomes walked, pronounced with a T sound, while play becomes played, with a D sound. These pronunciation differences lead to spelling variations that seem inconsistent. Understanding how root words change helps us see that language is always moving and adapting. These changes are shaped by history, pronunciation, and how words are built. Recognizing these patterns and exceptions makes learning new words easier. For example, knowing that sing becomes sang helps you remember irregular verbs. Seeing that im and change depending on the following letter helps with spelling and pronunciation. So root words are not fixed. They evolve and shift, reflecting the history and sounds of the language.